If we don't count countries that don't exist anymore, like Yugoslavia and the Soviet Union, then Spain might just be the greatest basketball nation in European history. For over 2 decades, Spain has set the standard, a golden generation built on skill, heart, and pride. World champions, Olympic medalists, and Eurobasket kings. This is their story. These are the top 10 greatest Spanish basketball players of all time. Let's jump into it. When you think of Spanish basketball legends, flashy guards and silky bigs usually come to mind, but few players embodied grit, toughness, and loyalty quite like Felipe Reyes. For nearly 2 decades with Real Madrid, Reyes anchored one of the greatest dynasties in European basketball. He fought for every rebound, dove for every loose ball, and set the tone for what it meant to wear the jersey. In an era filled with stars, he was the glue guy that held it all together, the ultimate teammate who made everyone better. With the Spanish national team, he brought the same warrior spirit, helping capture multiple Eurobasket titles, World Cup gold, and Olympic medals. Whenever Spain needed someone to do the dirty work, Reyes was there, no questions asked. He was the glue guy who became a legend, a reminder that greatness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's built quietly through sweat, sacrifice, and an unbreakable will to win. In 2019, Reyes became the Spanish League's all-time leader in games played. His 824 games played in the ACB will probably never be broken. At number 9, we have Sergio El Chacho Rodriguez, one of the most creative and electrifying point guards Europe has ever seen. When Rodriguez was on the floor, you felt it. The game's tempo shifted. The crowd leaned forward, and suddenly basketball became art. During his time with Real Madrid, El Chacho became the heart of one of the most dominant eras in club history, winning EuroLeague MVP in 2014 and multiple titles. And when he put on the Spain jersey, that magic carried over. He didn't need to score 20 points. With a single pass, he could change the entire rhythm of a game. Every possession became a chance for something you'd never seen before. He had that rare gift, seeing passing angles that nobody else could. No-look passes, cross-court lasers, behind-the-back magic. El Chacho played the game like a jazz musician, improvising in real time. You couldn't predict what he would do next, and that's what made him unforgettable. He made everyone around him better while making it look cool. At number 8, we have José Calderón, one of the most underrated players in Spanish and NBA history. Calderon wasn't flashy, but he was brilliant. A floor general with exceptional vision, poise, and decision-making, he ran offenses like a seasoned maestro. While stars grabbed the headlines, Calderon quietly made them better, controlling tempo, hitting the right passes, and making every team around him more efficient. In the NBA, he made history. Calderon holds the record for the highest free throw percentage in NBA history for a single season, a testament to his precision and unshakable focus under pressure. Over his career, he became one of the league's most reliable and efficient point guards, proving that brilliance doesn't always need the spotlight. With the Spanish national team, he was the perfect complement to legends like Pau and Marc Gasol, Juan Carlos Navarro, and Ricky Rubio. The player who kept the offense flowing and the team organized, the ultimate floor general. He may be underrated, but his legacy is undeniable. Next up on the list is the first Spanish basketball superstar, Juan Antonio San Epifanio, better known as Epi. Long before Spain's modern golden generation, Epi was the player everyone talked about. He changed the trajectory of Spanish basketball on the international stage. In 1983, he helped Spain win its first ever EuroBasket medal, a historic breakthrough for the national team. The very next year, in 1984, he led Spain to an unforgettable silver medal at the Los Angeles Olympic Games, marking Spain's first Olympic basketball medal and firmly announcing the country as a rising power in the sport. At FC Barcelona, Epi became a living legend. Multiple Spanish League titles, European trophies, and countless iconic performances cemented him as the face of Spanish basketball in the 1980s and 1990s. Epi's impact wasn't only in points or trophies. He paved the way for the golden generation, creating a legacy that allowed future stars like Navarro and the Gasol brothers to flourish. Without Epi, the Spanish basketball renaissance we celebrate today might never have happened. Next up, we have Sergio Llull, a player who thrives when the pressure is at its peak. He is the ultimate closer. When the clock is ticking down, he steps up. Every time he touches the ball, energy surges. You never know what he will do, and that unpredictability keeps opponents on edge. Sergio Llull holds 2 EuroLeague records. He has played the most games and has made the most three-pointers in EuroLeague history. At Real Madrid, he became a legend. Multiple EuroLeague titles, MVP performances, and countless game winners cemented him as the heartbeat of one of Europe's greatest clubs. With the Spanish national team, he has been a crucial contributor to multiple Eurobasket, World Cup, and Olympic medal campaigns. He brings the same intensity and confidence, often stepping up in critical moments to hit clutch shots or make plays that swing momentum. He is one of the best players that never played in the NBA, yet his impact in Europe and on the Spanish national team is undeniable. When he's on the floor, you know something unforgettable is about to happen. You just hope he is not playing against your favorite team. At number 5, we have Ricky Rubio, one of the flashiest passers the basketball world has ever seen. From the moment he stepped on the court as a 14-year-old prodigy in Spain, Rubio had something you couldn't teach: vision. The way he saw the floor, the creativity in his passes, the anticipation before the play even developed. It was pure genius. He made his debut in the ACB at just 14, dominated EuroLeague competition as a teenager, and by the time he joined the NBA, he was already a global sensation. When he crossed over to the NBA, his flair translated instantly. With the Minnesota Timberwolves, he became a fan favorite, not for scoring, but for the way he made everyone around him better. His finest hour came at the 2019 World Cup, where he led Spain to the championship and was named Tournament MVP. That World Cup run was Ricky at his best. Confident, unselfish, and completely in control. Ricky Rubio isn't just one of the best Spanish players ever. He's a global ambassador for the beauty of team basketball. In an era obsessed with isolation plays and highlight scoring, Rubio reminded the world that basketball is at its best when it's shared, when the ball moves, when trust matters, and when the team comes first. Early on, he was one of Europe's most electric athletes, flying over defenders, running the floor with reckless speed, and bringing energy every time he touched the ball. His poster dunk over Dwight Howard at the 2008 Olympics is still one of the most iconic moments in Spanish basketball history, a reminder that Rudy could rise up against anyone. But as the years went on, Rudy reinvented himself. The young high flyer turned into the ultimate team veteran, a leader, defender, and clutch shooter. He always found ways to adapt and impact winning. And when it comes to international success, Rudy's resume speaks for itself. He's one of the most decorated international players in basketball history: 4 EuroBasket gold medals, 2 World Cup golds, and 3 Olympic medals, including 2 unforgettable silver runs against Team USA in 2008 and 2012. His legacy is set in stone, a living legend who's done it all. When you talk about pure talent, elegance, and offensive genius, no one in Spanish basketball history embodied it quite like Juan Carlos Navarro. For over 2 decades, Navarro was the heartbeat of FC Barcelona and one of the most feared scorers in Europe, a player whose game was so smooth it became poetry in motion. They called him La Bomba, not just because of his famous teardrop floater, but because he could explode at any moment. With Barcelona, Navarro was more than a star. He was the symbol of the club. He spent nearly his entire career there, winning 2 EuroLeague titles, being named the MVP in 2009, and becoming the EuroLeague's all-time leading scorer at the time of his retirement. And then there's his legacy with the Spanish national team, where he became one of the pillars of the golden generation. Playing alongside Pau Gasol, Navarro helped Spain reach heights no one thought possible. His pinnacle was during the unforgettable run at EuroBasket 2011, where he was named Tournament MVP after putting on one of the greatest scoring performances in European history. Juan Carlos Navarro was more than a scorer. He was a painter with a basketball, and his masterpiece will forever be remembered as one of Spain's greatest stories. Next up, we have Marc Gasol, the perfect blend of power, precision, and basketball IQ. He carved his own legacy out of the shadow of his brother Pau, turning himself into one of the most respected centers in the world. From his gritty, blue-collar days with the Memphis Grizzlies, where he defined the grit and grind era, to becoming an NBA champion with the Toronto Raptors, Marc proved that fundamentals and leadership win championships. In 2013, he became the first-ever European player in NBA history to be named the Defensive Player of the Year. With Spain's national team, his success was historic. He helped lead Spain to 2 World Cup golds, 2 Olympic silvers, and 2 EuroBasket titles, including the country's first ever in 2009. He played the game with purpose. No wasted movement, no ego, just winning basketball. He wasn't just Pau's brother. He became a legend in his own right, one of the greatest minds the game has ever seen, and the quiet force behind Spain's golden era. Marc Gasol is the kind of player every coach dreams of, a man who made the game beautiful through simplicity and intelligence. Before we move on to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Fernando Martín. Jorge Garbajosa, Willy Hernan Gomez, and Juventud legend Jordi Villacampa. At number 1, there's no debate. Pau Gasol is the greatest Spanish basketball player of all time. Pau wasn't just great, he was transformational. He showed the world that a player from Spain could dominate on the biggest stage, redefining what it meant to be a European big man. From the moment he entered the NBA, Pau's impact was immediate. Rookie of the Year in 2002, 6-time NBA All-Star, and a 2-time NBA champion with the Lakers alongside Kobe Bryant. But his legacy goes far beyond the NBA. Wearing the Spain jersey, Pau was unstoppable, the ultimate competitor. He led his country to 3 Eurobasket gold medals, 2 Olympic silvers, 1 Olympic bronze, and the 2006 World Cup title, where he was named Tournament MVP. Pau Gasol combined power and elegance like no one else. His footwork, passing, and touch around the rim were pure artistry, a masterclass in basketball intelligence. He was a leader, a champion, and a pioneer who opened the door for generations of European stars that followed. And you can still see his influence today, in the vision and patience of Nikola Jokic, in the creativity of Alperen Şengün, in every big man who dares to play with skill and intelligence. Pau paved that road. Let us know in the comments and make sure you like and share the video. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.